Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. Good morning, everyone. I, first of all, welcome all the students who are joining this family. I wouldn't call it university, I will call it family. Welcome to this big family. You are becoming the latest addition to our huge family. Before that, I would like to welcome our guests on the stage. Dr. Sudarshan has been very supporting VIT from CDAC. Welcome, sir. And from Thinkuvate, our friend, and our alum, Harsha. And a special mention to our alum, Ila. He goes by Ila, even though full name is Ilavarasu. Maybe he will become one Elon Musk tomorrow. That's why the name sounds very well. So I'm very proud because when I used to teach database systems, he was my student. So from student, he became alum, and from alum, he became an employer. He recruits from VIT, and today he has become parent of VIT. His son is going to join VIT. So he has occupied so many positions. His relationship with VIT is so great. See, today he is at a great position. He's the vice president of Dell in US. But what I admire most about him is the way he helped our star students, the rural students. He recruited them, he mentored them, and now they are in great positions. How many people remember their roots and support the rural students? Let's give a big round of applause to Ila for supporting rural students in his companies wherever he goes. Thank you, Ila. Now, I want to congratulate each and every student who is joining VIT. Before I start, I want all the parents to kindly get up. All the parents, the fathers and mothers, kindly get up, including Ila, kindly get up. So these are the real heroes. Let's give a big round of applause to all the parents here. Imagine the number of sacrifices they made right from when you went to the primary school, getting admission in primary school. So many nights they have spent. Please sit down. I have seen so many countries in the world, work there, live there, but the parents from India are the best in the world in giving care. Even now, when VC madam told me, when we entered, she saw a mother holding her daughter's hand. Even though daughter is entering university, she's still holding her hand and walking. That is India. That is our country where we still cherish family values and we take care of our children. So I sincerely appreciate the parents in their sacrifices. This is one of the major milestones in your child's life, entering the dream university they have been thinking of for many years. And now let's come to the students. How many of you like football? Raise your hand. Football, okay. Any Messi fans here? Lionel Messi? Okay, quite some. I think tonight they are playing semi-finals against England. Argentina versus England. Imagine Lionel Messi, who is one of the top players in the world, right? He gets the ball and starts going. The entire crowd cheers, right? A lot of people start taking photos, thousands of cameras flashing. Imagine if Lionel Messi stops and then starts posing for the photograph instead of putting the goal. What will happen, right? The analogy I want to give here is, I want you to focus on your goal, not on the photographs, right? Focus on your goal. Your goal setting becomes very important for all the students here. I want the students to just think for 10 seconds. See, this is 2026. Imagine this is 2036. 10 years from now, where are you? What will you be doing? 10 years from now, what will you be doing? You should start visioning, setting your goals. there could be 3 graduation outcomes when you finish after 4 years from now in 2030. Either you get a great corporate career, or you go for a higher education, master's degree or a Ph.D, integrated Ph.D in a great university, or you could become an entrepreneur. Now you could have multiple goals. One of these 3 goals, you could have more than one of these 3 goals. But to make one of those goals happen, you need to understand an important thing. You are all moving from a school to a university system. There is a big paradigm shift. Typically in a school, there's a lot of spoon feeding. Somebody tells you, this is the most important question, study this, you'll get it in the exam, you go study, go and vomit and get good marks, happy. That's not how a university system works. Here, the faculty members will be facilitators. There won't be spoon feeding. You need to do a lot of self-motivation, self-learning. So, do not hesitate to ask. If you have any questions, doubts, do not hesitate to ask in the class, at the end of the class or outside the class. I think you might be knowing the Chinese proverb, right? Some might be thinking, if I ask the question, I might be considered a fool for 5 minutes. But if you don't ask the question, you will be a fool for life. So ask the question. What you learn outside the campus, outside the classroom in the campus, could be much more than what you learn inside the classroom. There are many opportunities for you to interact with the professors outside the classroom, join many of the students' clubs and chapters. During the hostel discussions or in the canteens, you could have a lot of discussions. So, you know what Aristotle said? The roots of education is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. You know, technology keeps changing. You know, the latest disruptor is AI. I'm not going to talk much about AI. I will leave it to Ila to talk about AI and all the impact of technologies. But there could be many such disruptions, technology disruptions. What I want you to do is learn how to learn. As technologies keep changing, you need to keep yourselves updated. You cannot become outdated. Learning is for life. Learn how to learn, and then you are all set. You know, as employers, you know, they keep looking for students who have strong fundamentals and how to apply those fundamentals. So in this 4 years, you need to become strong in your fundamentals. I think that's should be your focus. You know, AI can generate code. Whether that AI generated the right code or not, who will determine? We need another AI software, or at least you can do it. You need to have the fundamentals straight so that you can be the person who has the knowledge to check if AI is right or wrong. You know, they will talk about CGPA today, the cumulative grade point average, how the system works, etc. Now in VIT we have out of 10, the CGPA system. So many of the employers, they look for at least 9 CGPA, at least the top employers look for 9 CGPA minimum. So you keep good CGPA. I mean, the CGPA can get you into the interview room, but your knowledge and your skill can get you the job, not just the first job, the subsequent jobs also. At VIT, I want you to stay focused, as I mentioned earlier, right? That Lionel Messi example, don't get distracted, stay focused on your goal. You know, this is the age 17 to 21 or 16 to 20. This is the age where many people get distracted. You know, just say no. Just say no. Stay strong. You should be like a fire ring, right? Nobody can touch you with regards to, you know, somebody says, okay, let's go for a smoke, alcohol, all those bad habits, smoke, alcohol, anything. Just say no. You should be strong. you should stay strong and just say no to any kind of bad habits. And of course, you already probably know that VIT has zero tolerance towards any kind of indiscipline, and we are very focused. Otherwise, we will not be able to run a campus with 40,000 students here. And I also want to mention that safety is our priority. Whether you drive a two-wheeler or go to a water body, all those issues you need to stay careful. This is the age of experimenting, but you can experiment, but stay careful. And the other important point which I wanted to mention here is about having friends. You will get people from all over the country and maybe many from outside the country also. This is a time to have many good friends. And if you have any problem, talk to your friends, talk to your proctor, talk to your faculty. You need to have a good relationship with friends. If you get, if you feel a bit depressed, we have counseling system to help you out. They're going to explain all that. And in today's world, they say your network is your net worth. How many of you have Instagram account? Raise your hands. Come on, be frank. It's okay. I see more parents than children raising their hands. How many of you have LinkedIn account? Wow, this is really nice. I'm happy to see. Social media is a double-edged knife. Your professional network is very important. With your LinkedIn, whenever you are getting some adjunct faculty or people from industry come and talk to you during VIT, develop a relationship with them, be in touch with them. Don't bug them, but at least get in contact with them. So such professional networks are important, not just people coming from outside, even within VIT, right? You saw, we are showing some great alumni examples here, right? So the next Sundar Pichai could be sitting here. The next Satya Nadella could be sitting in this very hall. When you start a company tomorrow, your investor could be from VIT. Am I correct, Harsha? We talk about a lot of investments, how venture capitalist network works. So, develop a good professional network. That will go a long way in your life. When you post on social media, be very careful, because it will never ever go away. You think you deleted it, it's living somewhere. So, even as a prank, that even for granting visa, people are looking at social media. What you posted 3 years, 4 years ago will come back and bite you. So be very careful what you post on social media and don't become an addict. Always people are seeing how many likes I got, how many views I got, and all that. Don't become an addict. Use it as a normal tool which will help you. Avoid posting anything negative about the institution also. If you have any grievances, we have a grievance redressal mechanisms here. Talk to your faculty, proctors, etc. And develop a good online portfolio. Right? There are many platforms where you can provide solutions, your coding solutions, any solutions you want. That kind of an online portfolio becomes important, right? When you tomorrow go for a job, who's going to look at your resume? All they're going to do is go and type your name in the search engine or whatever at that time AI-based search engine will come. It's going to give you all the online history. Your online footprint is going to be there. Is that footprint good or bad? So be careful about what you post online. And I also want to talk about going global, right? World is your playground. They say, right? World is my oyster. World is your playground. Your competition is not just from India anymore, right? So, for example, in VIT, we have one foreign language mandatory for all the students of B.Tech. You know why? For example, we teach Japanese. The kind of opportunities which are opening in Japan, they need a lot of people, skilled people. But only thing is they also need you to know Japanese. So we teach Japanese or Chinese or French or German. So there are so many languages being taught at VIT so that you can go and conquer the world. Yesterday I met a parent. She told me, sir, my son studied in VIT for the first 2 years, and then through the international transfer program, he transferred to Purdue University because of the VIT-Purdue relationship. And from Purdue, he finished his bachelor's and finished his master's at Stanford and doing great in US. I'm so happy to hear such stories. VIT gives you such opportunities of international transfer program, semester abroad program, which we will give you more details about. Recently, we signed an MOU with Columbia. So, we have our alumni network throughout the world, and of course, most number of chapters in US. So, with such alumni network, it becomes easy for you to go and succeed. I also want to talk about innovation. Innovation is our oxygen. You shouldn't think, I want to become a CEO, so I'm starting a company. You should think, what problem I'm going to solve that is going to lead to a company. Am I correct in saying that Arsha, he's an entrepreneur sitting right here? It's not about, you should think of what problem there is in the society or industry which you can take up and solve. Start that thinking right now. Why can't a Google come out of this hall? Why can't a Facebook or a Meta come out of this hall? It is possible. It is possible. Even Indian examples, Zoho or Zerodha or Infosys, there are so many great companies which have come out of India. So, you should keep thinking, not everybody is going to become an entrepreneur, but VIT strongly encourages entrepreneurship. We have now incorporated, I think Dean Akkad will talk about it, incorporated hackathons as part of your examination, as part of your curriculum. So we invite the industry to give problems so that you can design solutions and which the industry can take. We want you to patent, we'll help you patent those solutions. So you can become CEOs even before you graduate. VIT provides funds for you. So entrepreneurship becomes very important. Your degree makes you employable, but your innovation will make others also employable. You can become an employer, not just a job seeker. I want you to dream big. You can start small. I want you to learn fast, but never stop learning. VIT is like a river Ganga. The opportunities keep flowing. Whether you go there and take it with a teaspoon of water, or go with a bucket and take the water, or bring a big tanker lorry and take the water, it's all up to you. Opportunities are flowing. It's up to you to take those opportunities. Not VIT. We don't think IIT is our competition. We want MIT to be our competition. I'm not talking about Madras Institute of Technology. I'm talking about Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston. At VIT, our goal is to be like MIT or Stanford. That's the kind of vision we have. And to support our vision, we have outstanding faculty team led by our VC, Pro VC and Registrar. Outstanding supporting staff team. They are all very sincere and hardworking and intelligent. We have put together an amazing, intelligent team. So I want all the students to utilize all these opportunities. As I said in the beginning, it's not a school where you will be spoon-fed. You need to grab all those opportunities. Before I conclude, I wanted to mention a couple of points for the parents. I want you to be there. Be there for your kids. Don't think, okay, my work is done. Right? Be there. How is the performance of your child or student, to call it, son or daughter, in the examinations, the midterm examinations, what we call as CAT, and the final examinations. How is the grade? How is the attendance? Be in touch with the proctor, or the mentor we have, and do not give any excess money to your students, your wards, because sometimes excess money becomes the enemy, attracts the wrong kind of company. So, as I conclude, we seriously realize that we can't spell success without you. At VIT, your success is our success. Thank you.